Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. Thank you so much to everyone who's been watching and subscribing. You're the reason I keep going and keep sharing more about Islam and real life topics. Jazakumullahu khairan. If you're new here, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe with love if you enjoy this kind of content. Let's continue. Different personalities in Islam and how Allah loves them all. Have you ever felt like you don't fit in? Maybe you're too quiet, too emotional, too intense, too independent, too funny, too much, or not enough. But what if I told you every personality has a place in Islam and every soul has a path to Allah? Let's talk about it. 1. The quiet one, introvert. You don't talk much. You prefer listening. You observe. Some think you're cold or distant, but the truth is, your silence has depth. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ once said, "Whoever believes in Allah and the last day, let him speak good or remain silent." You speak only when it matters. You're not ignoring people. You're protecting your peace. You help without needing to be seen. You support others, not with noise, but with sincerity. And that's not weakness, that's ikhlas, that's sincerity. And Allah sees every quiet act of kindness. 2. The talkative and warm, extrovert. You're the one who lights up a room. You love people. You ask how they're doing. You offer help before anyone even asks. And sometimes people say you talk too much. But the Prophet ﷺ smiled often. He was approachable, gentle, warm, and he said, "A smile is charity." So, if your nature brings people closer, if your presence eases hearts, that's a form of rahmah, mercy. You are not attention-seeking, you are heart-seeking, and that matters. 3. The deep thinker, overthinker. You replay conversations. You think about what you should have said. You reflect deeply. Some call it overthinking, but maybe it's your soul trying to understand. The Prophet ﷺ would pause often. He made long, thoughtful du'as. He spent hours in sujood, not rushing, not escaping, but facing his emotions. Overthinking becomes a problem when it drowns you. But when you anchor your thoughts to Allah, your mind becomes a tool for clarity, not confusion. So don't hate your depth. Refine it, use it, and draw closer through it. 4. The leader type, strong, decisive. You take charge. You see problems and you move. You're not afraid to lead, but people may call you bossy, harsh, intimidating. The Prophet ﷺ led with love, but he also made tough calls when no one else could. Umar ibn al-Khattab, firm, focused, respected, not soft, but sincere. If you're worried to take action, make sure your strength comes from mercy, not ego. You're not controlling. You just care too much to stay silent. 5. The sensitive heart, emotional, soft. You feel everything, maybe too much. You tear up easily. You moved by a small act of kindness. And some say you're too soft for this world. But did you know the Prophet ﷺ cried when he buried his son? He wept in prayer. He showed love openly. He ﷺ said, "The one who has no mercy will not be shown mercy." So if your heart feels fragile, don't harden it. Protect it. Your softness is not your weakness. It's your doorway to rahmah. 6. The lone wolf, independent, solitude seeker. You love being alone. You work better in silence. You avoid crowds, noise, chaos. They say you're antisocial, cold, distant. But solitude doesn't mean disconnect. The Prophet ﷺ spent time in Ghar Hira, alone, away from noise, before the first revelation. Musa ﷺ walked through the desert alone before becoming a prophet. Being alone is not a flaw, it's a time for healing, clarity, and sincerity. So if you love solitude, let it be sacred, not lonely. You're not lost, you're just listening closer to Allah. 7. The Joker, light-hearted soul, cheerful, playful. You're the funny one. You make people laugh. You bring joy wherever you go. But sometimes they say, you don't take life seriously enough. Did you know? The Prophet ﷺ joked with his companions, but never lied. He made people laugh without mocking or hurting anyone. Humor, when clean and kind, is sunnah. Joy is a gift, and sometimes it saves lives. So, if your laughter uplifts others, that's your sadaqah. That's your gift. You're not too much. You're created on purpose. Introvert, extrovert, thinker, feeler, leader, lone soul. And it's not surprising at all if someone embodies all of these types, just like Rasulullah SAW. Whatever you are, there's space for you in this deen. As long as you're walking towards the mercy of Allah and refining yourself along the way without losing your essence. Allah doesn't ask you to change your wiring. He asks you to purify your intention. You don't have to be like everyone else. You just have to walk your path back to Him. So, be sincere, be you, and keep walking. Inshallah, till next video.